David Morales, and Daniel Montoya.
You know, one thing I love about public meetings at the TUSD are like these two rows that none of us can sit at because they're reserved for people who aren't even here. I also wanted to say, I'll say a few things. One thing that came to my mind was when I was listening to the student council person here, that John Petticombe was talking about the importance of perspective. And yet, in January, this board banned American history, Mexican American perspectives from their district. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of, it's almost like what you're doing is evil and you still do it, Also, I wanted to say that it was nice to have these deseg meetings where there was no cops, there was no metal detectors, there was none of that, and it was very productive. And it was nice that special master, someone with federal court power, listened to us, and not like on January 10th where we spoke and we spoke and we spoke, and then you guys had prepared speeches already because you guys weren't even listening to the public. You already know what you're going to do, and which is interesting because today you get to vote on something. There's a new DSEG proposal, the joint proposal, and it says after the original one was published, this one was worked on, and I think it came out today. It says, by the beginning of the 2013-2014 school year, the district shall develop and implement culturally relevant courses of instruction designed to reflect the history, experiences, and culture of African American and Mexican American communities. Such courses of instruction for core English and social studies credits shall be developed, and it's got to be at all the high schools, and then next year it's got to go to the middle schools. There's more, but I'll skip that. What's interesting is before it only said Latinos, but now it's like specifically targeting on Mexican American studies and history and literature. I mean, how does it feel like just being part of history? Because people will write about this. That what you guys did had to be overturned by the federal government for racial profiling, for racism, and segregation. These classes will be taught again. And I know in the meantime, you're going to hire, the board, which is up, you guys right here. You guys are the same board that killed MAS. And you guys are going to be gone. This is your last meeting. Get to hire, the Deacon City law firm, board member of CCA. And we're in a state where we cut education and keep funding prisons more and more. Everyone can see what the pattern is. The future for Latino kids is prisons, not college. So I just want you guys to think about your role in history. You guys banned perspectives. You guys banned classes. You guys banned history and literature. And the federal government had to come in and undo your actions, just like in the South.
Thank you.
All right. 2 years ago, Mexican American Studies alumni, students, and community came together and created a little organizations that you guys know as Unidos. We were created in response to HB 2281, but we have also taken on to the colossal task of holding you guys accountable for the blatant disrespect that you have showed to our community. Our community has been fighting the battle for education, dignity, and respect for way too long against politicians like you, politicians like Tom Horn, John Huppenthal, and Jan Brewer, politicians that have written racist laws like HB 2281 and SB 1070, who support the private prison systems. Come the new year, we will make it our mission to combine all of our struggles to reach out to our community so that we will join forces and fight for the liberation of our people. Come the new year, we will have Mexican American Studies. Youth voice will be stronger, and we will be heard, because the people united will never be divided. Thank you.
Thank you.
I move that the governing board approve the joint proposed Unitary Status Plan, noting areas of party disagreement, as submitted to the court on December 10th, 2012. Subject to the district's objections noted therein, district objects to the mandate for culturally relevant courses in section 5D6. District objects to the mandate for culturally relevant courses in section 5D6A, paragraph 2.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Board members?
Mr. Cuevas?
Ms. Grijalva.
There are significant sections to the unitary plan that I support. And so if there is a way to separate out the culturally relevant courses from the rest of the document, then I would be able to support a vast majority of the unitary plan. But if not, then I would have to vote no to the unitary plan. I don't know
Dr.
how to do that.
Stegman? Dr. Stegman, I would ask that you consider Ms. Grijalva's request maybe to do two separate motions, one of its entirety and then the second one separated out.
So I would be happy to divide that motion. So I will amend my motion on the floor by striking the last objection of the three to the mandate for culturally relevant courses.
So, Ms. Grijalva, you're okay with that?
That's fine.
Okay. Any discussion on this? Okay. See none. Michelle?
Dr. Sugiyama,
Yes.
Ms. Grijalva,
Yes.
Mr. Hicks,
Yes.
Dr. Stegeman,
Yes.
Mr. Cuevas.
Yes, the item passes. We'll move to the second portion. Go ahead.
So now I will reintroduce the objection that was struck from the previous motion, and I'll read this into the record. The district objects to the mandate for culturally relevant courses in section 5D6A, paragraph 2 of the proposed Unitary Status Plan.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Board members? Seeing no discussion. Michelle?
Dr. Sugiyama,
No.
Ms. Grijalva,
No.
Mr. Hicks,
Yes.
Dr. Stegeman,
Yes.
Mr. Cuevas.
No, the item fails.
Entre guerreros valientes, indios de dos continentes.